Yeah, my brother-in-law used to be a cop down in Cobb County.
Oh, really?
Yep. Now what he's doing is he's working at I think a middle school, and he's got a police dog with him.
Okay.
So he takes the dog home every night.
Very nice.
So it must be pretty crazy down in Georgia right now.
Yeah, it's getting a little crazy. All right.
There she is.
There she is. Okay.
Okay. Let us know when you want to start, Andy.
Yep. All right. Okay. So the this is already being recorded. This is already live. It is being, and I'm kind of saying this for the people that are going to be listening to this on Webtalk. We're kind of doing a little interview tonight. Bob and Marie are going to ask me some questions. I'm going to answer them those questions. I'm going to show them some things from Webtalk, and it's just some questions that they have. So you can watch it, comment, whatever you want to do. And at some point, I'm going to show them what a Webtalk Live looks like and why it's useful. So we can go ahead and start, and you guys can go ahead and just ask me the questions. The questions that you send me, if you kind of ask them in order, that'd be perfect, because I've kind of got it set up so that I can kind of go as quickly as possible.
Okay, I will. Ready?
Yep.
Andy, thanks a lot for being on. Mary, thanks a lot for being on. Andy, could you explain what Webtalk is and where does it fit in the social media space?
Well, Webtalk is very, very simply, if you look at Webtalk as a social media platform, it's taking everything from, like, Instagram, Facebook, all these different things, LinkedIn, all these things, and putting it into one space. If you think about like Facebook, you're going to make a profile for your personal profile, then you have to create business pages, and you have to do all these different things, and you have to go to these different places and put in your information. What's beautiful about Webtalk, it's an all-in-one platform. When you look at Webtalk, it already shows you two different profile pictures, one for personal and one for public. And then maybe you can want to use one for like business. So the profile pictures are even different for your public and for your business side. But all the information that you want to send out and you want to show to people, it's all in one place. And so what I'm going to do is I have a computer, so I'm kind of going back and forth and going to show you. But this part here is what I want to show you as far as what it's about. And this kind of goes into your question of business wise. So we're going to look at this real quickly and show you how simple this really is of a platform, but yet how powerful it really is. So if you look at what I'm showing you right here, as you build your experience, and this kind of right now also creates groups. Build experience. I have an English teacher, Cobb County. I have a travel enthusiast group, and I have some trip stuff, some different things. Now, when I build this, all this information right here is showing my experience. But what's really cool about this is when I go up to make a post and I click on my news feed, this is what's crazy about, and what I really love about Webtalk is, let's say I'm going to make a post and I go blah, blah. Okay. All of a sudden it pops up here that I have options of what I want to people to see. So I can show it to my personal contacts. I can show it to my professional contacts, but I just showed you, a couple different things of experience, which created public custom groups. So if I want to post something like to a business, and I've created a business page or a business group, when I go here and click on this post, now I have an option to click on, hold on a second, to click on which one of these I want to post it to. So I have a lot of, I call it the client's customers, and I have a list of things here. So I can click on this, and then I can go down here, and let's say I want to click on this one. And then maybe, you know what, maybe I want it to, I'm going to add that group, and then I'm going to go over here, I'm going to add this group, and then maybe even I want my friends to see it, and I add this group. If you look down here, as you've set up your people when they come in, and I'm going to show you that, this is going to go out only to the people that you choose. Okay, so that's what's beautiful about this. You can make stuff public, or you can make it very private, and that's how kind of you get the whole idea of public and business all work together. Okay, so that's something that's really cool about the idea of Webtalk is all of this information here. You can, in Webtalk, you can choose who gets to see your information, but you're posting it from one spot. Now, another thing that's really cool is the syndication. So the same thing, if I'm connected to my Twitter page, my Facebook page, my LinkedIn page, and my Slack page, and then I'm pretty sure that Instagram will be coming as well. You can link all these, click on this, and it's going to automatically send that to your other social media. What's really cool about that is if I send this post to Facebook, the second someone clicks on it to look at it, it sends them directly to Webtalk. Either they can sign up, or if they've already, if they're already in Webtalk, it just sends them to your page. But what's really cool is everything is syndicated so that when you send out one post, one click, you can send it to all of your social media. You can choose exactly who sees that. That is the power of Webtalk. It is going to decrease the time of, trying to post things everywhere, and you're doing it all in one place.
Okay, you ready for question number 2?
Yes, sir.
Andy, do you see Webtalk as a good tool for business? And you've explained that.
Yeah.
But what about networking and connecting with other business people?
I think this is it's an incredible platform because of things like this. As a business, when you come and you create your business in your profile, or you create your profile and then you start adding your business stuff into this, there will be business pages later so that people can actually make just a business page per se. What is really, I love this part of it, is as you look down, do you guys see the recommendations here? When I go to someone's profile, I can read through the recommendations and learn about people instantly. People are going to recommend your business. They're going to say, hey, these people do a really great job. Like, let's say you're into, like a towing service. They picked me up, they did it at the right time, blah, blah, blah. And all these people are sharing their recommendations so that you can instantly be verified as someone who is, a worthy business for people to do business with. What I really like about the business side of this, and I say this a lot, and sometimes people don't understand it, but I truly believe at some point with Webtalk, businesses won't be selling a product, they'll be giving their products away. And what I mean by that is when Webtalk grows, and because of the revenue share, and we're going to talk about that in a second, because of the revenue share and how people can get revenue by interaction, there's going to be so much interaction on your business page that you're no longer going to have to worry about selling your product, because you're going to be making so much revenue just by the interaction from people in Webtalk.
Great. Andy, what about the casual social media person who creates content?
That's a great question. I would consider myself kind of the casual kind of person. Now, I told you that we're Webtalk Live. So if you, let's see, You can see it. So if you look, I have posted a post just now. It says, answering Webtalk questions. I have my YouTube link in here. And what happens is, what you can do is you can, if you have a YouTube account right now, you make a YouTube live and you take that link and you share it and you drop it in here. And if we look, if I hit this button, we're live right now. Now it's a little bit delayed, but that's fine. If you're not on this Zoom, someone's watching this right now. How do I know that? Because in the time that we've already talked, I have 6 comments, I have a share, and I have 9 views.
So awesome.
In the small time that we've been on. Now, what happens is, this to me is showing exactly what a casual kind of web talker can do. You can put a live in here and you can start interacting with people. People are already starting to talk. Okay, I can go in here, I can look at the comments. I know that they're listening to me right now. So I could look at this and I could say, hey, Tim, I see that you're listening right now. If you want to join, here's my link. If you want to join the Zoom. But why do we have people talking in here? Why have we trained people to talk in here? Because interaction and seeing my timeline generates revenue. And that's exactly what you want. As a web talker, that's exactly what you want. You want people to interact with you. So as this is going along, I can say, hey, Daniel, thanks for the comment. He hears me. And he feels like it's live right now, because it is. He's watching a live event with a little bit of lag. So it's huge to have these live events, because this is how people start interacting and building, building their following. And then, just a picture of the family gets me, 12 comments, 50 views. And right now, the way Webtalk has changed, this is really what we're looking for. We're looking for people to be on our timelines and getting those ad rewards so that we can generate revenue.
Okay, great. Well, the compensation is 2 parts, Andy. Could you first explain the ad rewards for content contributors?
Sure. I'll show you that just on this.
Mary, if you have any questions, just weigh in.
Yeah,
I will. Yeah, absolutely.
So what's going on right now is RJ has talked about that it's not all about the likes and comments now. It's more about getting people onto your timeline, because as you look at the timeline, you're going to have, as you're going along, you're going to start seeing ads. Okay, there's going to be ads going on. Let's see. I do have show ads. Oh yeah. So as someone is on my newsfeed, they're going to see these ads. So just the fact that they're scrolling down right now, these ads are generating some sort of revenue. Now, if I get on here and I click on it, it's going to add a little bit more revenue. And so right now, that is the main kind of the interaction and the ad rewards. That's what kind of revenue we have going on right now. Now, if we look at our dashboard, what is coming is even bigger. Okay, so right now it's like, if you have some interaction, if people are looking at your newsfeed, it's generating, some sort of revenue. Now, what's coming is a marketplace. So kind of like the Amazon, there'll be a marketplace where people will be buying and selling things. That's going to become a pool, because right now we have an ad rewards pool right here where it's $10,000 this month. You can get some of that income. Then we have a travel commissions, which they have partnered with Priceline. So partnering with Priceline, every time someone books a flight, a hotel, or whatever, a certain percentage goes into this ad rewards, or this rewards pool. The swag shop, same thing. Job services. There will be more things that Webtalk is going to put in here that's going to generate revenue. All these things generate revenue, and percent of Webtalk's monthly revenue will go to the users of Webtalk.
And that's what separates our platform from other platforms.
Oh, it immensely. And so what it's doing is, when you look at this, when we look here, what happens is, and I'm gonna talk about just kind of real quickly how you can get paid. What happens is that I call it the U level, because it's you. This is whatever you do. Okay, so whatever you're doing, you're making posts, doing whatever, people start interacting and you're generating revenue. Okay, if you join Webtalk for free, you don't have to pay anything. You're just for free. Anybody who uses your link becomes level 1 to you. Whatever they do on their pages, on their news feeds, and whatever kind of revenue they generate, you get that matched revenue, 100%. So what happens is people are, doing posting and whatever, they're building revenue. And so now this level 1 is making you revenue as well. And that's for free. Nobody has to pay to use Webtalk and they can still generate revenue. Now, there's the other part, which is the first 1 million people to either one, pay for an upgrade, and I'm going to show you the upgrades. If they pay for an upgrade, or if someone who uses their link pays for an upgrade to a pro package, it opens up their 5 levels. Okay, now this is what's crazy, is if you think about, let's say Instagram, most people probably have what, 500 people that follow them at least on Instagram. Well, if you had maybe even 100 of those people using your link, whatever they make, if you did it for free, whatever they make by just posting and stuff, you would match this 100%. Now, if you decided to upgrade, or one of those people decided to upgrade because they think Webtalk is amazing and they should upgrade and get these 5 levels, when those 100 people go talk to their friends, now you've got your second level. And when they go talk, then you've got your 3rd level, and they go talk 4th level, 5th level. The first 1 million people are going to have these 5 levels. The first 1 million people that upgrade will have these 5 levels, and this is only going to get bigger.
Andy, can I just say something? And
yeah,
maybe you can go back a month, but I've been looking at my months, and I don't have as many referrals as you, but getting close to 1,000.
Right.
I've seen basically when the 5 levels are added up, it comes out to about 300, 400, 500,000 slices. And to me, that's pretty awesome, because as this thing grows, and I don't know if you want to share your previous month, just to show.
It's funny, I would, but it's a new year. And so all of these are for this year. So, because I was looking back to it, because I was thinking, I'm going to show them, kind of how it has grown. It's all zeros now, because we're in 2020. Oh, you know what? Here, duh. Look at that. All right, let's look at this and see if it should. They might
go to December.
There we go. There we go. So here's and this is a little bit different, because the revenue has kind of gone up and down because they're still in beta, they're still working on things. But this was in February of 2020. If you look at this, level 5 is already at 2 million points. So 2 million, almost another 2 million on the level 4, 400, 500, 400, 64,000. So if you look at these pie slices, let's say in a year or so, if a pie slice is, let's say, worth $1, if you look here, $64, if we said it was $1, $64 is what I get. If I was a free member, I would have 474 plus 64. So I'd have, 500 and some dollars.
Andy, is that a reasonable assumption maybe in a few years?
Yeah, because if you look at Facebook, most people don't realize it, but every person that's in Facebook is worth about $3 to $5 per month. And when you think of 2 billion people using Facebook all the time, Facebook is making around $6 billion every month. So when RJ says he wants to do a march to 1 billion, you get 1 billion people in here, your value is the value of this with advertising and all the things that are coming, it's going to generate quite a bit of revenue for the users. And so, let's say even 50 cents. Most people are making, could make 50 cents and be worth 50 cents in a month even now. And then you look at that and you can see how it grows from 64 pie slices on on my first level, which is me, all the posts and stuff that I do, to all the activity on my fifth level, which is 2,000. And the rate of growth here is massive, even with beta and even with a small amount of revenue in the revenue rewards pool right now. So this is a great example of showing where it's, you know, if you look at the first two levels when you're free, yeah, you made 50 cents. 50 cents is way more than you're making in the last 20 years of being in Facebook, I can tell you that. And then 357, so you would get that without paying anything to Webtalk. You upgrade and do that pro package for either $100, or you upgrade and do the pro package platinum, which gives you all the amenities. Then it opens up these 5 levels, and you can really see the difference here of value that this site is going to give people, and people are going to flood into this when the app comes out.
So Andy, maybe you can quickly go over, I mean, you've sort of explained why somebody should upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can just quickly explain about the 5 levels very quickly.
Yep. So when we look at this as an upgrade, let me see. Yep, you're still seeing it. Okay, so if we look at this, when you sign up for Webtalk, you have a free plan, you have your pro plan, and you have your pro platinum. And right now, pro platinum is 50% off for the first 30 days. So if you did that, it would be $200 for the entire year, not per month. Which is massive. I tell people, and this is kind of a little tangent, but I think people need to hear this. If you go and ask anybody how much it costs for them to buy a franchise and start running it, not one person's going to tell you it took them $200 a year. I guarantee that. There's no business that starts for $200 a year. But if you look at Webtalk as a business and as all the people that you can, you know, talk to and get in, and people that are interacting with you and doing all that, those are people coming to your business and giving you money. You are building a franchise within Webtalk. And so when you look at this is real quickly, you can kind of see, okay, free and then pro platinum. You can see how the amenities kind of are much larger on the pro platinum. All these different amenities that you will get. And then as things are added into Webtalk, the pro platinum people are going to even have more amenities and things that they get to use that not everybody else gets to use, which is pretty awesome. One thing that's really cool is we talked about business as well. If you have spotlight posts, you get 20 a month, and to send to any member or to send all over Webtalk. You can make a spotlight post, and your post is going to go out to everybody in Webtalk, which is massive, especially for like business posts and things like that. You can know that you're going to be reaching everybody. If you think about, you know, algorithms and stuff like that, and most social media only goes to a certain amount of people. When you make a spotlight post, it goes all over the place and people see it.
Andy, while we're on this page, and I know this is off script, my apologies.
No problem.
Could you go down to that income calculator very quickly?
Yeah, I know you want to. I'm gonna say right now that this sometimes on the computer it's a little weird. It doesn't quite work out on the computer. I really don't show this too much because it really kind of it just doesn't make sense for people right now.
Okay.
To look at that, but I can talk about it. What you can do is you can actually go in here and put in the numbers of what you think you're going to make per month as far as points, what you think the people that you know are going to, you know, be in your 5 levels, or people that are going to be in your first level that use your link, what they're going to make, and it kind of just shows you. Sometimes
I like the referral rewards example.
Yeah. So you can say, okay, how many people can you invite to join Webtalk? Well, as this says 10 is average, I know people that have 1,000 people already on their first level.
How about we say 20 people?
20 people. That's a pretty good number. And how many engagement and points are they going to get?
You make this call, Andy.
I'm going to say most people at some point, let's just make it low so we don't get silly, but we'll say 50,000.
Okay.
And then what percent of your referrals are going to upgrade? So maybe I would say let's say 2% of those people
No,
upgrade.
let's say a little bit more than that.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say 25%, because you're only talking how many people? 4 or 5.
Right. And then how many people will your referrals bring in? Let's say they do 20 as well.
Okay.
Now, on my screen, let's see. it's weird on my computer because it gets to here and I can't get it to go down. Shoot, let's see. I don't know what's. Oh shoot! No, I can't get it.
All right, it's all right.
Yeah, but anyway, what that calculator does kind of show is kind of gives you a kind of guess of kind of the revenue that you can bring in as this thing grows, and that's something that you can play with. But yeah, I'm sorry. Sometimes I can see the bottom and say, but it's not showing that. Sorry about that.
Okay, let's go on to the next question. All right. Okay. So, could you just talk real briefly about some of the future products they're going to come up with that are going to be potential revenue opportunities for Webtalk?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, let me talk about the tiers, and then kind of add the information in that you're asking for on top of that. So this is a post from RJ. If I'm talking about something in Webtalk, I'm not saying it just because I think it's I came up with this. Anything that I talk about, RJ's already said it. So this is a post. What's really cool about about Webtalk is the CEO, the creator, is constantly posting things in Webtalk for people to see. What's incredible to me is that he even interacts with people when they respond and they ask questions. He's definitely hands-on. There's different tiers. So I said there's $1 million, the first $1 million to either purchase an upgrade or have someone purchase an upgrade if they are a direct referral. They're kind of filled into these different tiers. And if you look at this, tier A is locked, so we're not even going to talk about that. That's unnecessary to talk to you. But tier B is still available. And so what this says, you can earn the bonus for life, but you must maintain a pro customer on the books. So you can either purchase your pro package every year, or if someone in your level 1 purchases a pro package, then that keeps your 5 levels. Now, to maintain the bonus life, which includes all current and future revenue streams, awarding commissions through 5 levels of referrals. So what we have going on right now is add rewards. But like I said, there was some new things coming in. And then RJ has actually talked about some different things that will also be in here, which what he wants to do is create an app store. Well, if one of your direct referrals, if you're free, or if you're 5 levels, anyone in your 5 levels buys an app, that's going to generate revenue, and that can go to you. There's different things that he has talked about, AI kind of stuff, augmented reality kind of things that he's talked about. These are, futuristic things, and all these things that anything that they put in this platform, these people from tier A and tier B will be getting, revenue from that. Now that is, let's see, that's the next 10,000. So 10,000 people, that is like probably at about, I think like 5,000 or 6,000 maybe right now. So that one's disappearing very quickly. And then the tier C, you can earn your bonus for life, excluding any future revenue stream commissions. So, right now it's, they're showing what you have, but as the future comes up, they might not get all the commissions that these other tiers get. And then tier D can earn the bonus for life, which is the ad revenue stuff. And then only on advertising revenue share, and must maintain a pro customer on the books, okay, to maintain the bonus for life. So there's different levels of people, but once again, 1 million people will be getting the 5 levels, whether they purchase an upgrade or someone else that they've signed up. Now, all the different things that are coming, I said a few, I can only guess that it will just be one after another. that is going to come in, and things that are going to be put into this site and generate revenue. It's going to be, I think it's going to be crazy how many things that they have.
Andy, we heard a while ago that a Zoom type of product might be coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a reality?
As far as I know, what I heard and what it seemed like is that they were going to at least be connected to Zoom. The idea of having Webtalk Live is something that will come. It's just very expensive. As people start upgrading and generating that revenue, because what happens when you upgrade is it's based on 5 levels. So let's say someone in my 5th level upgrades. Well, what they do is they pay their $200 for the year, and what happens is 5 people up get half of that. So $20 goes up the line. So $20 is commissions, the 10%, and then the other 100 goes to Webtalk to help fund it, and kind of like almost like an investment into the company, and so that they can build build up your different things that they're going to give to the users and give to the site. So something like like a Webtalk Live is probably coming in the future, but not right away. But I do think that they are going to be connected to Zoom. So what we're doing right now, you would do Zoom, or you could do send it to your YouTube, drop the link in here, and create lives within Webtalk right now.
Okay, my last question for me is, where do you see Webtalk in the next 2, 3, 4 years?
It's what's really cool is Scott Gerard, who I don't know, some people probably have seen his videos and things that he's talked about. He did a video, and I thought it was really cool. He was showing Facebook, and how Facebook, the line was just like doing this, and then they introduced the app back in the day, and you start this and you see this steady rise. Well, that in itself to me is every single social media. When you throw that app out there, all social media starts going up. What I see with this one is this is the only one that starts paying you, and you don't even have to have someone follow you. You don't have to have someone, you don't have to have someone use your link. People can just view your stuff and you can start earning. You don't have to pay to start earning. So someone can come in, and let's say after the 5 levels is over and we don't even hear about that, someone comes in and they have a massive following. Let's say they have 10,000 people that follow them and come in and sign up under their link. Well, that's all on their first level. You can go as far out as you want on that first level. And let's say all 10,000 of those people are generating 50 cents. Well, that's $5,000 a month that you're making. In other things, you would have to have 1 million followers to get that to work like that. When this app comes out and when people start seeing that they're being able to earn 50% of the site's revenue, it is going to skyrocket. I really, really believe that, because if you look at it right now, the way that Webtalk is rising right now is actually pretty impressive, and it's only in beta. So in a few years, a year to 2 years, I just feel like this thing is going to explode.
Mary, do you? You've answered my questions. Mary, do you have some questions?
Yeah, do you have any questions?
I really don't. Andy, you've done a terrific job. I just you've already said this point, but the thing that I really do like about this company and sort of RJ's mindset about this is helping the content creators on his platform, paying them basically. So the phenomenal rise of a social media platform like Facebook is really on the backs of all the users who provided content to Facebook. But we were all on Facebook for free, right? Sharing our lives, sharing our content, talking about our businesses. And they were able to use the stuff that we created and bring in the ad revenue for the company, for Facebook. But they didn't share it with us. And we were the people who were providing the content that brought in the ad revenues. So RJ very wonderfully for all of us, decided that, yes, he's going to reward the content creators, which are all of the users, you and me, Andy and Bob, and
Yeah.
all these other folks that are on now, and hopefully we'll bring in more people in the future. And
Yeah.
I just love that mindset, about
And
RJ. And this says a lot about him, actually.
oh yeah, and what's beautiful about the business model is if you look at it, people when you talk to them and say, they're going to give 50% of the profits to their users, and everyone goes, well, how are they going to make any money? Well, if you looked at Facebook
Mhm.
and you say they're making $6 billion a month, and they take away $3 billion of that, do you think he's okay with a $3 billion for himself?
I think so.
It's called greed.
Yeah.
And what I love about this is RJ has made it very clear that 50% of the profits go to the users, whether they're in 5 levels or free. 10% of the profits goes to grants for nonprofit organizations, charities, whatever, and 40% goes to the company.
Right.
Now, what I really truly see this doing is changing the business model for the world. Because if you think about your job, anybody's job that they're at right now, and let's think about like Amazon. Amazon has people working day and night for next to nothing. And let's say the guy makes $9 billion in a month. Do you think that he could maybe take $1 billion of that and just send out a bonus to all of his workers?
Right.
And still be just fine with $8 billion?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Even if he took half and said every month, hey, workers, you've been doing so much for me,
Right.
especially in a pandemic, putting your life at risk every day. You know what? Half of my profits, I'm going to give a bonus to you every month. Now think about businesses, and this is, going back to the business. A business can make a business profile, and we can show people this because it's already happening. A hotel has created their own profile page. Well, they've also created a private group with all the hotel workers, and they use Webtalk to now communicate all the time. So what they're doing is they're generating revenue within their private group. Now, when the boss makes, let's say he makes $100 right now, because there's not a whole lot of money right now, but let's say he makes $100. At the end of the month, he can say to his workers, hey guys, we're going to go out to dinner. Dinner's on me. Or maybe in the future, when that revenue is maybe $2,000, $3,000, hey guys, bring your families in. We're going to do this. We're going to have a great, time every month. We're going to come in. You guys can do this. Or, hey guys, here's a bonus because of how much revenue we've created just in a private group. And then what they're going to do is they post publicly, and people from around the world are going to interact on those public posts, which is going to generate money for the boss. And the boss can take that money and just hand it out to people because they're not taking out of their own pocket anymore. They're using Webtalk money.
Right.
I don't remember Jeff Bezos ever contributing 50% of his profits.
Nobody does.
Did you ever read that somewhere?
No, he won't. He didn't. I'm saying if he did, it would be very nice, but he didn't.
It would be a very nice gesture,
Now, and I think I kind of lost my train of thought.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
But that is part of, RJ's philosophy. And the fact, Andy, that you did mention that Webtalk contributes to nonprofits, foundations that he has designated, he and his team. And that is an ongoing thing. That is part of what he does with Webtalk's revenue. So,
and what he's said is not just his charities, not just his nonprofits. If you put your nonprofit and create a profile or a business page or whatever, and you create a nonprofit in Webtalk, you can actually apply for grants. And if you think about even 10% of $1 billion every month goes to these grants, they're not going to hold the money. They're going to keep increasing this value all the time and spreading it out to charities and nonprofits. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible what he's doing. And what's beautiful about this is people are going to have to change their business model. Because I truly believe that this business model is going to, at first, make people go, this must be a scam. Because how in the world can you give 50% of your profits, to people that use your site and still be successful? Well, like you said, Facebook has been using people for free for years.
Well, they wouldn't be Facebook without the people.
No.
So
Oh.
it's right there.
And here's the thing. This is what I was going to talk about. If you look at TikTok, which is very new,
Right.
there are people that they can make a post and make $20,000 to $40,000 per post, but they have to have 3 million to 4 million people following them. I truly believe that very near future, that's not a very far shot for a lot of people to be making every post that they make in Webtalk. Because when the advertising comes in and when people start seeing, the ad rewards times 10, when it grows to times 10 and starts doubling, when, people are using Priceline and all that revenue is going into a pot and everybody's getting to, be part of that and get a little piece of that, people would be insane not to come and be part of Webtalk.
I think so. I think so.
And the what I love about this is the idea of 1 million people. I think another thing really cool about RJ is I'm pretty sure that there's plenty of celebrities, plenty of really well-known people that know about Webtalk, but they're not in there right now because it's beta. And he gave the opportunity for any person to jump in and be part of that 1 million people that get this 5 levels. Because if you had an influencer that had 1 million followers, they would say, hey, 1 million followers, everybody ante up right now because this is going to be the greatest thing you've ever seen, and only one group of people would get it. But right now, people around the world, and I can say this for a fact because our group is probably 70 countries deep. People around the world are purchasing the pro packages because they understand the true value of this website and where it's going.
Right.
Hey, Andy, I just thought of one more thing. I know we've gone a while.
Yeah.
One of the things about social media today that's drawing a lot of attention is the censorship. And where does Webtalk, what's their philosophy on that?
That's a great question. RJ has talked about the idea that he wants it to be as uncensored as possible. Now, you're never going to be able to completely say everybody it's a free for all, because you're going to get hate groups. You're going to get people coming in and saying crazy stuff, and I think that's just not valuable. But what I do also see is that you can put what you want to put in Webtalk, and it's not going to be erased. And I think that there's going to be a kind of almost like a group mentality of censorship. I think people that are in Webtalk are much higher level. I think that their focus is much different. If you look at people in Facebook, there's bots, there's trolls, there's all these people that are there just to generate frustration, or to generate all this kind of false information and things like that. And I think that Webtalk, what is really good about Webtalk is I think they're going to be able to find and delete bots. They've already talked about it. RJ has created amazing AI that's already taking out bots right now that were taking revenue from real people in Webtalk. And I think that, from what he has said and posted, that, yeah, you do have the freedom of speech and you do have the freedom of posting and putting information on. But, things like these ultimate hate groups and stuff like that, that's probably not going to be something that's allowed. And I think that, I just think that the people that are going to be involved in Webtalk aren't going to be focused on that silliness because there's money involved, because it's their business. Do you think that someone who gets that first month of 5 levels is going to go, I'm going to do something so that I can get kicked out of this? No way. If you see someone who comes in for free and starts realizing that they're making $1, $2, $5, $10, $20 a month, they never got that in any other social media site. So they're going to do things, and they're going to do things correctly. So I think it's a lot of self-regulation that's going to happen. I really do.
Very good point, Andy. Absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
I agree with that.
Well, Andy, is there anything else you want to add? Because I think we've covered it all.
You know, I will just say real quickly, you know, I love doing this. I love talking to people and giving information out. I don't care who's signed up under who. I really don't, because I feel like the success of whatever group you guys are a part of, whoever brought you in, whoever you send this to use as information, I don't care, because the value to me of more people being in Webtalk just means more revenue.
Right.
And I already know I got my 5 levels. And so if someone joins and they only want to join for free, great. That's another person that's going to do activity, that's going to get more ads, that's going to get more businesses, that's going to get, you know, all these things added up. And this is what we need. People are on here to help each other. They always are. If anybody that watches this, you know, follow me, whatever. If you have questions, please ask. We talk almost every night. Someone is on doing a live answering questions and helping people out. So feel free to, you know, look at, you know, see a live event, write a comment in. You might not get it answered that night, but you might get it answered the next night. So if you guys have any questions, or anybody that watches this, if you ever have questions and you need to, you know, get information that'll help you better understand this amazing platform, feel free to write any questions, send a, you know, talk mail, write a comment in the video, whatever you want to do, because people are here to help, and there are people around the world that are helping in multiple languages. So that's what I just love about this site. It is bringing together some very, very high level people. So
Great.
that's about it for me.
Andy,
Well,
I think you did a fantastic job.
All
Right, Bob?
Thanks.
I
Absolutely.
think so.
All right, and guys, this is what I'm gonna suggest for you to do, is what I want you to do, and this is for anybody that listens. How do you generate activity on your newsfeed? What you do is you go to my newsfeed, you can copy the link for this YouTube, go to your newsfeed, paste it, write whatever you want, and people are gonna watch this and they're gonna comment on this video on your newsfeed. Do not send my newsfeed. Don't just share mine, because then that generates revenue for me, and I don't care about that. What I want you to do is put it on your newsfeed, so when people talk and respond and talk to you in there and watch this, the views are generating revenue for you. And this is for anybody that watches this. Whenever you watch it, post it. I don't care. This is what I want people to do. And if you look at, you know, some of you know, like Tim or myself on our videos, we have, you know, lives that go on all the time. Same thing. If you see something that you like, copy the link of the YouTube and put it into yours and paste it into your newsfeed so that you can generate revenue for yourself.
Terrific. Thank you.
All right.
Very valuable. Thank you.
All right.
Great.
And I will send you guys the link for the YouTube.
Okay.
All right, Andy, thank you very much, and
No
stay
problem.
safe, everybody, and be healthy.
All right. I'll talk to you later,
Thanks,
guys.
Bob. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Andy. Okay. Good night.